Welcome back to another quick review. It is another Yakuza quick review. Today we're talking about Yakuza 4 Remastered. This game is such a big improvement over Yakuza 3. It is actually insane, because the thing about Yakuza 4 is that I think the first half, like Akiyama's story, because there are four different stories in the entire game. There's Akiyama, Tanemura, Kiryu, and Sajiba, right? And so the first half of the game, like the first bit of the game with Akiyama's story, I was like, his gameplay is fun, but I guess I really enjoyed the story. I think it kind of picked up a bit with Sajiba, with the whole prison escape thing. That was sick. But then kind of dialed back down once he got back to Kamurocho. And then when you pick up with Tanemura, I hope that's what his name is. Hope. Cool. When you pick back up with Tanemura, I feel like his story goes for like the first two chapters are fine. And the last two chapters of his story, one of them is super short, like 10 minutes long, and the other one is like really good. I feel like that's kind of what hooked me. And then you get the Kiryu's story, that was phenomenal. And then you get to the end where they all team up, and it was great. I think this is a substantial improvement over Yakuza 3 and also Yakuza Kiwami 2. I enjoyed this game way more than those two. Not more than not more than Kiwami 1, but Kiwami 2 and 3 I enjoyed more. I think the villains in this game are pretty cool. I think some of them have some of them are very questionable. When it comes to like especially like the final bosses. Like I think Saijuma's final boss, and even to a certain extent, Kiryu's final boss is very questionable. But they're still good fights. Kiryu's kind of hurt me personally, but they're still great fights. Tanemura, his final fight was just bad because it reminded me of the Jingu fight from Yakuza Kiwami 1, and I claim that as one of the worst boss fights ever made in video games, so what are you going to do? Each of their gameplay and combat is kind of, different. Akiyama focuses on kicks. Saejima, they're just brute force. Tanemura is like sort of like a speed parry type person, and then Kiryu's just kind of your all rounder, blah blah blah. I didn't do too many of the sub stories in this game. I played it on stream. I didn't do too many of the sub stories because I just want to enjoy myself the way I best I could. I think all the side characters were pretty cool. How they just fit into the story. I feel like the story of this game was significantly different, or it diverted from the formula a bit compared to like other Yakuza games. Like we have to do with murder and a obscene amount of money, and at the end shirtless dudes trying to go on top of the building. Yeah. But I feel like it also throws in stuff that not that we haven't seen in the Yakuza game before, but it kind of does it better. It's like the whole thing with the police and the cops and the prison escape and Hamazaki and all that. That was all great. I feel like that was done better than a lot in like 3 and 2. It kept it from being very repetitive. And the fact that they were able to make a story in which they had 4 characters in the story, it wasn't like confusing or just a bad story overall, was amazing. And I feel like, considering when this was made like 2010, something like that, 2011, something like that, somewhere around that time. This game at that point, I feel like that's more rare. Where now, like back then, is more rare. Now you get games where it's like 2 protagonists, blah blah blah, or in the case of 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, which I think does this split up thing but better. 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim's story is just amazing in every way, shape, or form. I already did a quick review on it if you want to go watch it. But overall it's great. It's great. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than previous Yakuza games. I'm excited to get to Yakuza 5, but not just yet. I kind of need a Yakuza break for a little bit. See ya.